The civil rights movement sit-ins fought to desegregate white restaurants. This attracted many college kids from Greensboro, North Carolina. The Greensboro sit-ins in 1960 all began when Joseph McNeil, Franklin McCain, David Richmond, and Aziel Blair walked into a store in Greensboro, North Carolina. They asked to be served lunch but remained sitting at the counter until the store closed without being served.
The first sit-in did not have a large effect, but the next day, a much larger group of students from the North Carolina Agricultural and Technical College arrived. Newspapers picked up the story, and the news spread to other colleges.
Gordon Carey, a representative from the CORE, Congress of Racial Equality, came down from New York to organize more sit-ins. Ella Baker from the CSLC contacted students from other colleges. This led to more store owners placing signs on their windows saying, "No trespassing," "We reserve the right to service the public as we see fit," and "Closed in the interest of public safety." The main idea of sit-ins was that a large group of students would go to the counter and ask to be served. If they were served, then they would move on. If not, they would stay. If the group was arrested, a new group would take their place. The students could not talk and had to stay friendly the entire time.
When the students would attend the Greensboro sit-ins, they would be dressed in their Sunday clothes. Even though the blacks dressed in their nicest clothing to show that whites and blacks were equal, the whites would still yell out hurtful remarks.
The first few weeks of the sit-ins were quiet. This was until February 27th, when a group of sit-in students in Nashville were attacked by a group of white teenagers. When the police arrived, they arrested protesters and let the teenagers continue to attack the group of students.
Alexander Luby represented a group of students in court. While he would talk, the judge did not acknowledge his presence. The students were found guilty. The next day, 63 more protesters were arrested. Over Easter weekend, Ella Baker from the SCLC organized a conference. Baker convinced students to create the SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, also called SNCC.
On April 19th, Alexander Luby's house was bombed. This bombing enraged not only the black community, but many whites as well. 2,500 students and community members staged a silent march to City Hall. When the students arrived, Mayor Ben West was there waiting. The mayor's speech encouraged 6 Nashville lunch counters to serve blacks.
6 restaurants allowed blacks to sit at the counters. This was an important victory for them, but did not satisfy the public. This caused larger sit-ins and riots. This included 70,000 participants and generated over 3,000 arrests. The sit-ins took a new technique when they were used to integrate other public facilities, such as movie theaters and many other stores.
The Greensboro sit-ins played a large role in the civil rights movement because it integrated many public facilities and restaurant counters. The sit-ins also showed the public that change was coming.